Texas Congressman Keith Self sits on the House Foreign Affairs and House Veterans Affairs committees and joins us now. Thank you very much for being with us. So what was your reaction to the Secretary of War's comments and the ground troops now being deployed to Iran?
Well, as you said, it gives the president options because you've got to have the troops in country. You do not defeat a nation with air power alone. It is an axiom. So what is he going to do with them? Perhaps some of the islands in the Strait. The uranium operation that we've been talking about is very difficult. It would be very hard to do. But he does have options with this limited number of troops. And I have no doubt that the president does not plan a full-scale invasion of Iran. That would be almost impossible with the number of troops that he's sending over there. And I know that he does not plan to do what LBJ did in Vietnam, simply put troops piecemeal into Iran. We do not want to do that.
Well, speaking on that point, Secretary of State Marco Rubio spoke about that very topic, ground troops being deployed. I want you to listen to that.
We are achieving all those objectives. We are ahead of schedule on most of them, and we can achieve them without any ground troops, without any. Now, in terms of why there's deployments, number one, the president has to be prepared for multiple contingencies, which I'm not going to discuss in the media. And again, I refer you to the Department of War, who will probably tell you the exact same thing. But we can achieve all of our objectives without ground troops, but we are always going to be prepared to give the president maximum optionality and maximum opportunity to adjust to contingencies should they emerge.
And that goes to your point. Maybe you won't see ground operation, maybe you will, but either way, it's preparedness, and that's what the Secretary of State is speaking on. But also this morning, and I'd like to get your thought on this, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth talking about, he was asked a question, a very important one. What does China know? What does Russia know? How are they assisting Iran in this very moment? And he stopped short, very vague. Again, he said, we know what they know, essentially, but we're not going to share that at this time. What are your thoughts there? China, Russia, watching this?
Well, I believe they're probably giving them intel on targets to hit because we know that we have severely degraded their offensive capabilities. And yet they're still targeting Israel, for instance, our troops in the Middle East. So I believe that they're giving them intelligence about targeting. That would be probably the only thing that I think of any significance is intel targeting, and that's very important.
I'm Sean Kreisman. For stories and content just like this, check out National Report weekdays 9 to noon, only on Newsmax.